A contingent of New Zealand firefighters and managers have arrived in California to help battle the fires. I spoke to Field Liaison Officer Wipari Henwood earlier today and asked him to describe the weather conditions at his base in Anderson, California.
No clouds in the sky. There's an inversion layer of smoke over the city. And I'd say conservatively, it's about 40 degrees at the moment. The relative humidity is, down in the low teens, so it's extremely dry. And I suppose, in drought conditions here for this time of year. And not only drought, but an extended drought, so they don't envisage getting any rain until sometime in September.
And what are you doing there? What are you and the other New Zealand firefighters doing there?
So currently we've got 35 personnel deployed across California, Oregon, and up into Washington. So all the people that came across this time were sort of like middle management. So just to give you an example, I'm situated here at the Car Fire Camp just outside Reading. I'm here with a combination of Australian and New Zealand personnel. They are mainly task force leaders, and a task force leader looks after about half a dozen resources. So that could be crews, that could be bulldozers, masticators, and water tankers.
And in terms of the fire and where you are, how close is it? What's it like there?
Okay, so normally fire camps are kept well away from incidents, so the fire camp doesn't burn down. So I suppose at the extreme of drive time from this fire camp to the far end of the car fire, it could because you get into the high mountains and you're on forestry roads, dirt roads, and the like. So to get to the far end, crews could drive for 2.5 hours. So the fire came right into the outskirts of Reading. So 1,000 homes were lost in the township of Reading. And very similar to New Zealand, there are smaller pockets of dwellings out in the countryside, and so it's quite devastating. When on our arrival here into Reading at the local airport, meeting up with the National Forest Service who have brought us over, you could see it on their faces. These people, have been fighting fires for a long time, but, they've got a double whammy this time. They're fighting a massive fire, but they've also been personally affected. Their homes, their families' homes have been lost as well.
And so what is the mood like in Reading with the local people?
Look, for those that were affected, it's devastation. But, for us as visitors, come over here and help them, the gratitude of the local people, it's just unbelievable. You can't walk down, even in the fire camp. So this is a massive fire camp. When you're walking around, every firefighter that comes from the United States of America, they all want to stop and shake your hand and thank you for coming along. And it's no different in the township. If you want to, on the odd occasion, on the first day we got here, you stop for a cup of coffee and nobody would let you pay for a cup of coffee.
Are you feeling like, if it's 40% contained, is there a feeling that you're getting on top of it?
No, we're very concerned leading into this weekend's weather event. It's there's a big push over the next couple of days before Friday. Today's Wednesday here, so we've got a day and a half to go to really nail it before this big wind change comes in. So it's all hands to the deck. A big push.
And what are the fears for this weekend? I mean, what sort of threat is there with this weather change?
So the threat is that dump the containment lines that we've currently got in place. and then races out to the contingency line and then just keeps on going. So, just imagine, so we're at 170,000 acres. The potential is, if it shoots out the north and starts spreading, that number will increase rapidly.
And how long are you there for, Wipari?
So we're here for, I suppose, 30 days. So you do 2 rotations of 14 days straight, have 2 days off, and then you do another 14. The day shifts are long, so they're between 12 and 16 hours. So yeah, very long days.
Have you experienced anything like this before?
I suppose, the direct comparison is I was in British Columbia last year, so I have got a bit of experience of what it's like now. But for a lot of the people that came across with me, we've got a combination of experienced people and new people, and we've been trying to help those people and, give them a better understanding of what they're going to face out on the fire line. So, and plus the other thing is we build that capability in our people so we can take all those skills back home.
And that was Field Liaison Officer Wipari Henwood speaking to me from Anderson, California.